Man, I'm trying to get YouTube started at the same time. Of course, Facebook likes to, yeah, we're live already. Hi, everybody. We have Cedric Arrington with us tonight. You're from what, Georgia?
Yes, I'm in Georgia.
He's in Georgia, and he has a case that he's really wrongfully convicted. He's guilty of a charge, but not the charge he was convicted of. Cedric, share a little bit about your background so people know who you are first.
Okay, my name is Cedric Arrington, and I'm from, actually, I was from Cleveland, Ohio. I've been in Georgia for the last, since 1999. In 2007, 2008, after a night of partying, going out, and using illegal substances, I went into a store, and for some odd reason, I passed the clerk a note and asked her for some money to be given to me, which wasn't mine. It belonged to Lowe's Home Improvement. So she gave me the money, and I ran out the store. I was eventually caught 22 days later and 380-some miles away from the place that the crime had taken place. Unbeknownst to me, I was charged with armed robbery. I was placed in the county jail, and I had no legal representation for 300 and some days. And finally, I saw a lawyer 6 days before I was forced to take a plea of armed robbery, which I wasn't guilty of. I had no weapon, nothing that could be screwed as an offensive weapon or anything of that magnitude. I was basically denied my basic constitutional right to be afforded effective assistance of counsel, meaning that I didn't have any representation. It was the judge, the prosecutor, and a public defender who had no interest in my case. I've been locked up for 13 years now on this charge. It's a non-parolable charge. For the last 5 years, I have been working as an inmate firefighter, hazardous material specialist. I've responded to over 480-some calls, emergency calls last year alone. And I just want, a chance to get back to be with my family. My mother has passed since I've been incarcerated. I have no family. And I just want something to be done. Enough is enough. I believe enough is enough. Minimum security. I have no disciplinary infractions in 13 years.
What is your sentence?
Excuse me?
What is your sentence? How much time?
I was sentenced forced to take an 18-year non-parolable sentence.
And you've been out 13 years, so you're getting close to the end, but you still should be home because that was not the proper conviction.
That's right. And I filed a petition with the Georgia Board of Pardons and Paroles for my sentence to be commuted, which is allowed under Georgia law. But I have, like I said, I have no other recourse but to try to do things myself. And I filed this petition for over 2 years, and I still haven't had no kind of answer or anything. I will be all right with them saying, well, no, we want you to do all your time. Okay, that's fine. But at least I think that you could be man enough to say that. Just don't leave me hanging. Like I say, I go out every day. I'm on call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I'm a trained firefighter, certified nationally by the National Board of Professional Standards. I responded to over 485 emergency calls last year alone as an unpaid firefighter hazardous material operations responder.
Wow.
When is enough is enough. I've been locked up 13 years, as I said. I've never had not one disciplinary report. Not one.
Yeah, I feel you on that, brother. It's sad. We have a corrupt system in every state and throughout the nation. And if we could gain support from people in each state, these things would stop happening.
Correct. So, I really, like I said, I really need someone to try to, have a little empathy in my situation and maybe help with a letter writing scheme, call the parole board, or do anything, just to help me out. Like I said, I'm a first responder. I'm out here. I'm an essential worker. I'm out here in this worldwide pandemic. And that should mean something.
Yeah, I'm going to give you a friend my address. I want you to mail me a list of things that you need help with, and let's see what we can do. Okay? Okay, so I'll give you a friend on Facebook, my address to give to you.
Okay.
Folks, it's not just in Ohio, and we cannot turn our backs on other states as well. Georgia's probably one of the worst prison systems now down south. Cedric, I feel for you on that. We've had another guy that called in a while back about Georgia, and he didn't get a fair trial all around either.
I mean, it was like I was placed in a one-man cell. I came out for 30 minutes a day for over 300-some days. No legal representation, no nothing. The public defender came 6 days before I was forced to take this plea. If I didn't take the plea, I was going to be if I was found guilty, which I most likely would have been found guilty in that particular county. That they were going to offer me life without the chance of possibility of parole.
For not even killing someone?
Yeah. You have people in this system who are child molesters, pedophiles, people who have killed people with vehicles and all of that, and they only getting 5 and 6 and 7 years. Here, I'm charged with armed robbery for passing a note. Just a note, a piece of paper.
Boy, that paper must have been dangerous.
Yes, it must have been really. Must have had some sharp ink on it or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I don't see, right there, the life without the parole thing really brings up an alarm, because we don't judge anyone, but, for your type of crime, even if you were guilty, you should have never gotten the time you did. But
That's right.
So, and we know you're not guilty of the exact charge, but you did do something wrong,
Right.
But I want to, in the future, I want to do a segment on your job down there, because I think that's unique.
Okay.
Being a fireman.
Well, I have all the paperwork that you need, Mr. Cronenberg. I got my court documents and everything where it proves that it's on paper that if found guilty, life without parole.
Don't send me the paperwork like that, because I wouldn't know what I'm reading, to be honest.
Yeah.
But what we want to do is, if anybody's watching from the Georgia area or down south, if you're an attorney, private investigator, please contact me and I'll get you in touch with Cedric here. And I know we have attorneys on our pages from throughout the state, United States, so I'm hoping. And if your whoever is your support people can join our YouTube channel at Change Starts With Us Ohio, and they can share our videos with all the media.
Okay.
So you have what, about 5 more years left?
Well, this is 21. 5 more years.
I remember when I had 5 years left. That went so fast, except the last week.
Well, except the last week. Well, I've been steadfast. God told me that He had my back 3 days after I was incarcerated, so I still believe in that. I'm riding on that. Like I said, I haven't wanted for anything since my incarceration. I enjoy doing what I'm doing. I'm out saving protecting lives and property.
Right. And I believe God has a purpose for each and every one of us. He's protecting you guys in there. We know the down south prisons can get pretty violent at times.
Well, yeah. I'm actually at a work camp. I'm at a more than 140 some people, and they go out into the community every day doing various jobs.
Right.
But no one has had to remove charred remains of people who've perished in fiery vehicle crashes, of recovered bodies out of ponds of people who have taken their lives because of things that didn't go the right way. I'm sorry to say it like that, but I found a new passion. Of helping people or trying to save people's lives. I get comfort out of people saying thank you, and I tell them, I said, well, I'm sorry for the loss of your property or whatever, but we did the best we could, and they just say thank you. I wish I would have found this passion 25, 30 years ago. But I'm about to be 61 years old, and I'm doing things that 20-year-olds can't do, James. You understand what I'm saying? I love this. I'm in great physical shape. Tomorrow, January 14th, will be my 61st birthday.
Happy birthday, by the way.
Okay. Thank you.
So are you going to eat a couple boxes of Debbie's? I remember those days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I just take it one day. Anything but a number, man. It's where your heart's at. And my
Right.
heart is 20 years old. So, I just thank God for giving me breath and letting me wake up every morning with a sound mind and an urge to go out and help other people. But, what's sad about it is some people don't think that you're worthy, even though until they need you. You know what I'm saying? And so, I deal with that in my situation right now. But there are people over those people who just love us. They make sure that we have the training and the equipment that we need. You know what I'm saying? But you always have somebody who look down on you. Everybody makes mistakes.
That's true.
A lot of people who tend to look down on me, they just haven't got caught. But by God's grace and His mercy, He saved me from all that.
Right. Right. So being like that, even if you weren't guilty of the conviction, did you mature stronger in your faith?
Oh yes, no doubt. Yeah, no doubt about that. If it wasn't for God, if it wasn't for that situation, I might be dead. I was caught up in my mess. You know what I'm saying? He saved me. So,
well, sometimes that's what we need. For us to change. Same with myself. I did 25 years. So I know what you guys are facing.
Right. And see, one thing about me is if I have to do every minute of this time, I have 1 minute for the phone hangs up. But I wouldn't have no problem. I'm going to do everything in my power to let the people in the world know about the injustices that we are facing here in the world.
Okay. Hey, let your friend know when we could do a segment on your job, okay?
Okay.
But I want to continue on this too. I want to do several different segments. Give people your contact info.
I would have to. We don't get phones. I would have to have my friend email it to you and send it to you. Okay.
That sounds great, and I'll share it. Call back. Oh boy. Just let your friend know when you can do it, and we'll set it up for that time. Okay.
Okay, the weekends are better for me, okay?
It is? Okay, that's fine. As long as it's not during a Browns game.
Let them know when it'll be good for you for the next segment, and they'll let me know.
How about Saturday afternoon?
That sounds good. What time?
Well, you hung up. Sorry, guys. We're going to have to get back with him on that. That's Cedric Arrington from Georgia. He's a firefighter out there. He's in a work camp. He was convicted of a crime he did not commit, but he was guilty of something. I think he got a sentence of 18 years flat, but if he would not have pled guilty to that, they told him he would get life without parole for aggravated robbery and burglary. Does that make sense? Nobody physically got hurt, but they want to give him life without parole. That's some of our southern states. We don't look at what's happening out there, but they're really tough on our people. Again, folks, we'll be back Saturday with him. He's going to talk about his job as a firefighter. And it's kind of neat to even hear about a guy. He's pulled people out of burning cars. He recovered people that drowned in water, cars that caught on fire. He's done a lot, and I believe God put him in that position to help people. Thank you, folks, and we'll be back Saturday.